Hi folks, it's Craig Cassel. I'm here doing my Module 2 evaluation of the past course using my QM rubric. The course that I'm going to do is my course ACTE 630, which I took early this past spring. The course was taught. It's called Current Technologies for Online Instruction, and it was taught by Professor Drian. Most of the information that I'm going to review for you is found on the main page, but there are other parts of this page that you need to navigate to, and so I'll show you them as we go along. First of all, the homepage with contact information. There's a course overview under the Getting Started tab, which Professor Drian gives you a good overall view of what his course is going to provide. And along with that, there are an introduction on his table of contents page, and if we go to the Getting Started tab, there's a rundown of a checklist of all the important aspects of this course. The overview and, of course, learning objectives, the second section of the QM rubric, are spelled out in the course syllabus. Learning objectives, complete and clearly stated, contact information and introductory information down here. The course goals. The course goals are on section 2.1. And then there's also this academic honesty statement, which is section 1.4 of the rubric. So all in all, an overview of each of the modules that explains clearly the grading expectations. That's section 2.2. Overall, on these first two pages, the introductory pages, both standard 1 and standard 2 are clearly covered. Assessments and measurements, along with the requirements for netiquette, are found under course policies. So if we go back to that table of contents, under course policies, you can find the netiquette and expectations for all of our requirements. So again, sections 1, 2, and 3 taken care of. Instructional materials are embedded in each of the modules. So as you can see, there are 8 different modules on the left-hand side of the screen. And if you go to any of those modules, along with the requirements, you've also got any embedded links or uploaded or embedded video information, as well as readings, even though there was a textbook. So all of those things are taken care of there in the instructional materials section, the 4.0, 4.1 to 4.7 resources and materials. 5.1 through 5.5, the learner interaction and engagement are all built right into each of these modules, where we as students were required to post our views and then respond to the views of our classmates. And that created this cohesive group, this learning environment in which we could all give our information and expect feedback from our fellow classmates. Section 6 was course technology, and course technology was covered in the very beginning of this with an introduction to the uploading information and using our D2, there it is, how to embed objects on the D2L, the Desire to Learn learning management systems, as well as really detailed notes on how to, record ourselves on all the different tools we use. And that was really, really helpful. The fact that there was help from Professor Drian anytime we needed it, and the fact that we could always contact the university help desk were also stressed in this, and they were very helpful. The last section, accessibility, was actually a module itself, and differentiating for all students in Module 6 had us analyze accessibility on our websites and the websites that we were creating. It was a really eye-opening experience, and probably one of the things that makes me feel the most inept. I'm working on it, and hopefully that's one of the things that I'll find some strengths in this course that I'm taking now. So all in all, as far as the standard rubric for the Quality Matters, this ACTE 630 course clearly met all the requirements. Now, holding it up against the ideas that were in our classroom text of Thorman and Zimmerman, I was again really impressed by the thoroughness of this course. The fact that Mr. Drian, Professor Drian, says that he's a constructivist, and by definition, that means that a teacher who's a facilitator that has students learn and take greater responsibility for their learning, as quoted on page 36 of the text. I really felt that that was the case in this course. We were instructed in what to do, and then we were required to do that, and we were given feedback by Professor Drian, and he was kind of dispensing his knowledge and critiquing our efforts in a very constructive way. Another thing that the text states is that all these courses should start with a stated purpose. That was found on page 38, and I felt like that was right up front and very obvious. So to just go through some other quotes in here, there were a variety of assignments and activities to keep our interest level peaked on page 38 of the text. All assignments were carefully planned with activities and checkpoints, and they kept a delicate balance between guiding our learning and dictating what we should do. On pages 38 to 40, Thorman and Zimmerman stress how important that is. One of the things that I appreciated the most was the fact that almost all these modules contain real-world authentic learning, things that were topics right out of concerns that I have in the classroom when I'm employing online learning. And this allowed us to set up our activities with our special interests embedded in them, and that kept me involved. And again, that was on page 42, one of the suggestions. And then the development of our online learning community to pull us together as classmates. As I stressed before, I felt like that was something that was really accomplished throughout this course. So to sum it all up, then, these assignments really were effective, and really showed what the potential of online learning can be. Um, what I learned and what I'm taking from this in constructing my inclement weather course is that if I put this planning in for my unit, not course, early, it's going to pay very big dividends in the end. Getting myself organized makes this all easier to teach from my educator standpoint because my students are going to be involved. They're going to be engaged in their activities. And if I include clear, concise directions, and my expectations are held high, my students are going to work to um, fulfill my expectations, just as we did in our ACTE 630 course. So I hope you find this helpful, and I'm looking forward to listening to your feedback.